The Phoenix Suns just made the perfect move, bringing in a young, cheap, athletic center that can come in and replace Jusuf Nurkic in that starting lineup alongside their big three, or well, now it's a big two, of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And Richards is going to be a great addition to this Suns team. Like we said, the perfect fit. He averaged 11.2 points a game and 10.6 rebounds a game, as well as being a great defender as a starter this year for the Hornets. And it wouldn't be an NBA trade without the Charlotte Hornets getting fleeced. We do get back Josh Okogie, who is a dog, and hopefully he helps change the DNA in Charlotte. But we get a couple second-round picks for one of, if not the best backup centers in basketball. As for Phoenix, though, this is best-case scenario. They get a guy to replace Jusuf Nurkic, who is 30 now. He's not the greatest defender in the world. He's only averaging 8.6 points and 7.2 rebounds a game. Neither one of them are three-point threats, which could be nice alongside of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. But considering what they give up, this is a massive dub for the Suns front office. Now, one thing about Nick Richards is he's not the most consistent guy in the world. He'll have his dominant performances, like against Toronto, where he dropped 24 and 14 early in the year, or against Philadelphia just the other day, where he had 22 and 14. And then, he'll go games where he scores like 17 points over a 6-game stretch, and you're like, what in the world is going on? And a part of that is because he was a backup, of course, to Mark Williams once he came back, but a part of it is also because he has one of the worst sets of hands in the NBA. Per 36 minutes this year, Richards is averaging 15.3 points per game, 13 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 2.1 blocks, and was a guy that the Hornets actually developed for once out of the second round. And he was actually tied with Mark Williams and Moussa Diabate, the other two centers for the Hornets, at having the best defensive rating when playing more than 5 games this season. And that's another thing he brings to the table that Suns fans are getting excited about. Now, Richards is on an expiring deal, and through this trade, sending Okogie to Charlotte, they actually saved $20 million on their tax bill this offseason, and it should be fairly easy to re-sign Nick Richards in the offseason. But it was clear Phoenix had to do something. They were quickly falling out of the playoff race. Right now, they're not even in the play-in tournament. They have the 25th best defensive rating and are ranked 25th in total rebounds in the NBA, as well as being 28th in offensive rebounds. Not a good stat whatsoever, so they bring in the athletic Nick Richards, who averaged 2.4 offensive rebounds per game in just 21 minutes a night, which equates to 4.2 offensive rebounds a night per 36 minutes, and hopefully that will help patch up some of these holes. Again, they were 14th in terms of shots blocked as well, so Richards can come in and help provide a little bit more rim protection, or at least maybe a little bit more than Mason Plumlee. Now, we will have a full Nick Richards film breakdown at the end of the video, so stick around for that, but right now we got to talk about this big three, and in particular, Bradley Beal, because Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, they're fine. KD's averaging 27.2 points a game, 6.4 boards, 4.2 assists, 1.3 steals in 36 minutes on 52% shooting from the field, 39% from 3. He's still just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, even at his age, he continues to get older, and he doesn't really slack off. He's still doing things that are, you watch it and you're like, wow, every single time. Has he pull threes, whatever it is, and it's just going down. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop it. Now, as for Devin Booker, he's had a little bit of a down year. 25.2 points a game, 7 assists, 4 boards, 1 steal in 37 minutes for him, which you may think that's a pretty solid season. Well, when you look at the efficiency, he's only shooting 44% from the field, 35% from 3. Both of those are down significantly from last year, 8 attempts from 3. So he needs to get that going. Now, over the last 5 games, he has been playing a little bit better, 31.6 points a game, about 8 assists, 5 boards, 2 steals on 52% shooting from the field, 37% from 3 on 5 attempts. So that is better. That is progress. Hopefully he continues to play better because, they're 19 and 20. Something's got to give, right? Bradley Beal, they moved him to the bench, 17.5 points a game for him on the year, 3.6 assists, 3.3 boards in 33 minutes. And they move him to the bench. We'll see what happens there. We've got a little bit of a sample size, which we'll talk about here in a second, but he's been efficient. Almost 50% from the field, almost 40% from 3. They're 4-2 when he comes off the bench. He's averaging 16.3 points, 4 assists, and 3.2 boards. He's shooting 51% from the field off the bench, 35% from 3. Like we said, only a 6-game sample size, but so far he looks pretty solid off the bench, and I think he can be a microwave scorer, a great piece for them off the bench as that 6th man. Remember, not too too long ago, he was leading the league in scoring. So I think this is a guy that can adjust and can come off the bench. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If that is you, go ahead and fix that right now. Also, go ahead and check out our football channel as well. With that being said, let's look at the supporting cast real quick, and then, like I said, we'll take a look at this Nick Richards breakdown. Grayson Allen. Last year, he was one of, if not the best catch and shoot guys in the NBA. This year so far, about 11 points a game, 3 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal in 24 minutes a night, shooting 44% from the field, 42% from 3-on-5 attempts. Still a fairly solid season. The defense has not been there all the way compared to last year, so a little bit of a down year for him, but still a solid season for him. He's a solid shooter, solid guy off the bench to have. Royce O'Neal, 31 years old, averaging 10.2 points a game, 5.5 boards, 2.3 assists, 1 steal in 25 minutes a game. It's been a really solid year for Royce O'Neal. 43% shooting from the field on from 3 on 6 attempts, 44% from the field overall. That you love to see that. He's a great fit alongside KD and Devin Booker, as is Tyus Jones, who's a great point guard alongside those two guys, who averages 11.6 points a game, 6 assists, 2.5 rebounds, and 1 steal in 31 minutes a game. Just runs this offense to a T. Doesn't do too much, not too flashy, but he runs the offense well, shoots 48% from the field and 42% from 3 on 5 attempts, can knock down the 3 ball. He's just a solid player overall. And then you got the rookie, Ryan Dunn, who lit it up in the preseason. I was like, oh my gosh, they got the steal of the draft. He has been fairly solid, 7.2 points a game, 3.2 boards, 1 assist, 0.7 blocks in 20 minutes. He's a great defender as well. He's been locking stuff up since college, putting people in the dungeon. 46% shooting from the field, 32% from 3 on 4 attempts so far this year. As a starter, he is averaging 11 and 6 and 1 block in 25 minutes a game. They did move him up to the starting lineup, and I like that. I like him as the energizer there, the defender. You got to have defensive playmakers. That's something we talk about a lot on this channel, defensive playmakers. Ryan Dunn is one of those guys. Him and Nick Richards being the young energy guys here, Tyus Jones running the show, and then KD and Devin Booker taking care of stuff on the offensive end. Now, as I promised, we were going to look at the breakdown of Nick Richards. He's obviously a lob threat, and he's a glass cleaner, right? Very athletic, big. Like I said, he doesn't have the best set of hands in the world, but he's an expiring contract that can come in and can really help out this Suns team. I think this is a perfect fit for this Suns team. I'm really, really optimistic about how this can help their chances out. He's got that nice little push shot. He can make plays, especially going right. He's much better going right than he is left, but he can go left. You will see him finish with that left hand. He's also a good short roll playmaker, right? Makes the easy pass there to Josh Green. Sees RJ Barrett step in to help. The other guy doesn't rotate down, so he's just going to swing it to the corner for the knockdown 3 ball. He can make plays like that, and also where he really brings you value is defensively, because he'll have boom or bust games offensively, but he's a great rim protector, right? For a guy that comes off the bench that only played 21 minutes a game, he was tied for the best defensive rating on the Hornets with Mo Diabate and Mark Williams, so that's why the Hornets were a little bit, they felt better releasing him was the emergence of Moussa Diabate, but 1.2 blocks per game and 21 minutes a game, that's a really good return. He had double the blocks per game of Nurkic this year in 3 less minutes. So that's extremely impressive, right? He's obviously a great rim protector, kind of vacuums up everything that goes down there. So I'm very optimistic for what he can do for this Suns team. Time will tell, though. If you've made it this far in the video, obviously like something. Make sure to like button. If you did enjoy today's video at any point, hit that subscribe button. We're looking for 300 likes on today's video. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.